day is long and you're tired when your redstone is a fail, when you sure you want it right, but it's just a fright. Well, that's life. Don't let yourself down, because everybody tries, and everybody does sometimes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. Let's go higher into the sky. Welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. I am in an amazing mood right now because I've just had the most insane morning learning to play a song on guitar, recording it, and singing. That's not what I thought I'd be doing the other day, but that's what we're doing today. And we got to land down here and gracefully accept the derpage because everybody derps sometimes, don't they? And I kind of double derped yesterday. I derped with my redstone, and then I also derped with my video editing. Loads of you pointing out that I put a clip in twice. Yikes. I don't even care anymore. The derping is real, but I'm alright. I'm alright, and let's fly down here. I actually need to go all the way back down to where I came from. Can we land in here? Can we make a swift landing? The answer is yes. Yes, we can. I need to put away my wings, I need to put away my rockets, and I need to show you what I've been up to. It's been very exciting. What I have been doing is standing still. No! No! I derped! Jeez! This is supposed to be a silk touch pick. Why is... Oh. Goodness me, I cannot avoid the derp. I got to head back up there and hit that. Well, that's an epic start to an episode. 3 derps in a row. I don't even know what to say about that. Let me tell you about my exciting adventures. I have been standing here, okay? Just like this, not moving, not doing anything. Been doing that for about, 2 to 3 hours, and check out how much gunpowder we got. Yikes, that is kind of bonkers, right? Pretty bonkers, I like that word. And here they come, the creeper army are ascending down over to this side. Wow, we are going to be doing something extremely cool with these creepers. Now, on my modded series, I have a project that involves records. I love watching these guys come up here. And I was going to build a record farm, and in the process of thinking how to do things in modded, I actually came up with a great idea, because me being me, I think... That scared me. I think very vanilla, and I thought of a really great way that we can make a record farm out of this. One that's going to produce gunpowder as well, and is going to produce records really, really fast. I'm kind of stoked for what we're going to be doing today. But first of all, got to get prepared. Got to get the derpage out of my head. I've started this episode off with 3 derps. It's not very good, is it? The song at the beginning of the video was REM, Everybody Hurts, just in case you wanted to know. I will put a link to it in the description box, and you'll be able to check it out if you haven't heard that song before. It's a classic, you should know it, you've probably heard it before. Anyway, we need to capture a skeleton. We're gonna trick a skeleton into shooting the creepers for us over and over again, but in a way that doesn't require the player to be nearby, which is the way I've always seen it done before. So my thinking was, let's get the light level down in just one spot. And you know what? The range might mean it could spawn out here as well. Let's actually block off more than that then by doing this. And now it's dark enough in there, I reckon, that something should be able to spawn. Let's make it a tiny bit darker. Nothing yet. It might take a long time. What I could also do is throw in a slab so we could sort of look at it better. Like if we did that, then we'd be able to peek in there. And once there's a skeleton in there, we're going to chuck down a minecart onto the track, and that'll pick it up and we'll be able to move it to where we want to. There is a good reason as to why I'm doing this so cautiously though. As many of you pointed out, we've got loads of cats in our creeper farm, and if I take damage, some of them might move, which is something I forgot about. It's really irritating, so we don't want to get damaged, or better yet, damaged by a mob. So hopefully we'll get something spawning in there. I don't know if this is going to be good enough, if I should stand around and wait, because technically something will spawn in there eventually, right? So once the light level is sorted, these fellas will spawn in here pretty quickly. Just stood over here for a couple of seconds, and I've been going back and forth through the area, and I've seen that happen a couple of times. So now when we leave, that guy can potentially despawn. But what we're going to do is we're going to trick a skeleton into shooting the creepers, and it doesn't involve the player standing around in the way, which is how I've seen these things done in the past. And I was actually going to build this whole contraption down here, but there was a lava lake, so I had to move it around, which means I've temporarily disabled this setup that we got here. So there is now a new drop. This thing is solid water going all the way up to around, I think it's 19 blocks, and then it goes down even further. I don't know. Here's the deal. These creepers are going to drown on the way up, so that's going to be part of the damage that they take. So we're going to kind of eyeball this, so to speak. They're going to drop down there, take even more damage, and that's when they're going to be locked into a position, and we're going to kill them. So we've got this little gap right here that I can jump through, but if we go further down, this is where the water stream used to be, and I've blocked that bit off, and you can see there are a lot of creepers back there. We're going to go have a look at that. There is a hilarious sight to see, but over on this side I've cleared out the space we're going to need to build the contraption, and this is where those creepers are going to land, and they're going to be surrounded by glass so that they can't escape. But notice there's always bats down here. Notice how I've left a gap on either side. That is for a skeleton to shoot the arrow through, and that arrow is going to kill the creepers. And look at this utterly hilarious sight. I think some of them occasionally die due to entity cramming. They're all trying to squash in there. Not only are they getting pushed by the water, they're always trying to get away from the cats as well. So, although that guy, I don't know where he's going. You might want to get away. There's a cat there. There you go. Off you go. Yeah, they're getting all sorts of squashed up here, which is just kind of hilarious. But when we break that block, they're going to whiz through here. This gap will be closed up. They'll make their way up the elevator. That gap will be closed up as well. Yeah, you get the idea. They go to the top. They drop down and take full damage. These bats are driving me mad, I tell ya. They keep flying in my face. They keep flying in my face. That's it. All three are gone. See you later. Alright, let's focus and build this contraption together, because it's pretty much the main thing I'm going to be doing is building this and showing you how awesome it is today, as I've kind of lost a fair bit of time to recording that song at the beginning. I didn't know how to play that song. It's actually a very simple song to play, but the thing is, I don't usually play that style of music. I don't do chords and picking strings up and down the... I just right click. Where did it go? It goes right there. That's not where we want it to go. I don't play that sort of style of guitar very often. I do like it, but it's not something that I practice. I usually play like metal style of guitar. So it was very different from what I'm used to doing. And this is correct. I think what I can do different here from the picture that I'm looking at is I can actually put blocks there. Although the water's going to flow down to that point. So what we got here is some sand that's floating up and down on some fence posts, and what they're going to do is destroy the entities that land on them. So our skeleton will shoot through this gap, and the water will slow down the arrows, and then they will end up landing on the sand at the end. At some point I was supposed to place the water in here. I'm not sure when that should have been, but I reckon what we can do is just break that and kind of access some of this. I'm also supposed to make an infinite water source down here. That's why I've got 2 buckets, because they're the only buckets that I got. So let's grab those, and I think from this side we can sort of reach in and do that one. Then from there we can do the next one along. Just got to look very carefully, make sure... Bam, there we go. Yeah, this is going to be nice and easy. And that is the last one right there. And you can see it's pretty glitchy looking, right? Don't worry about that. That won't mess anything up. That sand will stay there forever, floating on top of those fence posts. I believe there could be something I don't know about it, but as far as I know, it'll stay there. So the next thing we want to do is to add an iron golem, and we need to keep it in a particular position. So we are going to do this like so. There's Zanaf. I'll say hello to him in a moment. By the way, last episode we talked about using the MBT tags. Didn't see a lot of pushback about using those in the comments. We had a meeting as a group and we all thought that it was a really good idea. We also discussed other ways of making unique items that couldn't be copied, which was kind of cool, but they're not particularly practical and they don't look like currency. So we're going to end up using some sort of block that has an MBT tag What am I doing here? What blocks do I actually need? I need to think. Talking and playing like this has never been my strong point, and you can see exactly why. Because as soon as I start talking, I lose track of what I'm doing here. This is why I derp so much in my live streams, I tell you. Okay, I should be able to jump. Why can't I jump? Oh, I see. Okay, we're actually back there. Right, there we go. I want to look on top of there and place that. The iron golem falls into place. However, I've got a feeling it's actually a little bit higher than he's supposed to be. Is that supposed to be one block lower? It is. Oh, okay, so I've made a mistake. Bam. Now, another important thing we can do here is press F3 and B. See how that red line where he's looking is in line with this gap right here? That's actually really important. If this guy were a block higher, that wouldn't happen. So now our skeleton is going to be able to look through that gap all the way over to the iron golem. And when it shoots at the iron golem, the water's going to slow the arrow down, and then it's going to land on the sand and the projectile gets destroyed. However, I say, if there's a creeper in front of it, that creeper is going to get killed. So this is where the skeleton is going to sit. You can see that there is a hole up above, and that's because I dug out a place for a rail to go. There is a rail just there that it's going to sit on. You can't quite see it, but it goes from that block to that block. I don't know if that really makes a difference, but the skeleton sitting there has got all that space to look through and shoot across at the iron golem at the other side. And I built this, you know, block for block what I've done in a creative world, so all the distances are correct. If we were to go one block further away with the skeleton, then it would not shoot at the iron golem. So it's all been measured out and double, triple checked, all of that cool stuff. So up the top here now, what we've got to do is strategically place down our powered rails, because I don't have a lot with me. Do you know, as I say it out loud, it sounds so silly to say I don't have a lot with me, so let's risk this. Like, why don't I go get some gold and make some more of these rails and make sure this works properly? Because once we've got a skeleton there, we're going to go stand over here, press the button, and then we're going to hide as it goes by, and once it's down here and out of the way, then we're all good. We just want to make sure, of course, that it actually goes all the way to the end here and lands down the bottom there. So we got two of them in there, and without a doubt I've gone a little bit overkill here, which is precisely what we intended to do, I guess. And all I've got to do is whack that in there. That's the wrong slot, that's not very good. Luckily for me I got a second one of these. Actually no, that's going to be a real pain in the bum now, isn't it? I think I might have got it. No. I wasn't expecting anything to go wrong at this point. Hang on, we're going to have to break a couple of blocks here, then we're going to have to break the minecarts. Okay, so both of them are there. Right, I've got both of them back, and now I'm going to have to get the angle just right so that I'm not clicking on... That looks good. Yes, yes, we got one. We got one. Off you go, right. Now let's go down to the bottom. Okay, this might just be crunch time. I'm going to do a double check, triple check of everything, but I think it's good to go. My main concern is if this guy doesn't one-hit kill the creeper might explode, and we will have absolute pandemonium going on down here. Okay, the way you're shaking your head is slightly concerning. Actually, you should be shooting the iron golem already. He looks quite a long way. I might have missed this by one block because he looks quite a long way away from the iron golem. You're not seeing the fella, are you? Right. Okay, I think we need to nudge this guy forward a bit. So let's put that there. Let's add some extra fence posts maybe. Alright, big fella. There we go. Please let me... Oh, it doesn't let me place it. Also, the skeleton isn't trying to shoot this guy, is he? No, he is, but he's a bad shot. Oh, this is going totally different from what it was like in creative mode. Why are you shooting so high up? I have been a complete wally. This is all higher by one block. It's very clear. Now I've been a little bit more of a wally. We might be able to get away with this still. Let's patch in this hole. Right, we want you to just drop down into this space, really, and stay there. I think this will end up being okay. Let's do this one block at a time, though. We break that. You drop down a little bit. You're actually... Oh, that might work. Yes, that's all we need it to do. Excellent. So not quite to plan. Definitely messed up a little bit there, but it's working. I think what we should just do now is put... These bats, man, always in my face. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Like, literally, well and truly in my face that time. I think we'll just leave this alone and leave it like that. And I don't know if there's like a slab in front of this guy, or actually no, there is, because he's on a slab, then there's a full block. So he's stuck there. That's good, that's all we need. We need you to be stuck so you can't escape. I'm also going to throw down a torch so it's nice and lit in that area. And, oh, it looked for a second there like it didn't work. Okay, it's working. Not quite as planned, but it's doing what it needs to do. So we've simply just got to do a double cam for this next bit. So in the top right, we've got the camera account looking at all the creepers. I need to just double check some things. This would be one of them. So if I break that, place a block quickly. In fact, we'll just do both. There we go. Don't even want to look at some creepers that are coming up here. Don't want them exploding, anything like that. These ones over here, most of them are despawned except one. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of peculiar. Right, so what else do I need to do? They go all the way up there, they go all the way down. Aha! Aha! This bit right here needs blocking off as well. It's next to where we're standing. I knew there were two things. I knew that there were two. And actually there's three. Well, I'm glad I thought of that one as well. I think what we'll do is we'll get rid of this sign maybe? I don't know. I don't like the idea of looking in there and a creeper blowing up. So there we go. That's another bit taken care of. So now what I've got to do is break this block. In go the creepers. Now I've got to go past them. Don't blow up. And now we've got to go watch potential pandemonium being unleashed. If that thing doesn't kill the creepers, then we're in trouble. And I can see on the other screen they're making their way up. And at some point they're going to drop down. Okay, first one died. Second one died. Third one died. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Please, one of you please survive. Oh, yes. Oh, amazing. We got a record. Sweet. Okay, so if... Oh, two of them. No, they didn't. Their hitboxes stay standing up, but their animations come down. So we need to adjust the top of that water bit ever so slightly, and then we will get some more records out of this thing. But we got one. We got Stow to begin with. I need to get myself a jukebox going on down here. Ah, look at that. Creepers drowning from about here. One a moment ago started drowning right at the very top, so it obviously makes a bit of difference. We need a faster way of getting them up there and dropping them down. This elevator's kind of slow. Anyway, these ones seem to be moving very slow, so let's see at what point they start drowning. So straight ahead. You lasted a little bit longer. That one as well. What about these two? Okay, you're even less, and the one next to it took a little bit longer. It's interesting, it's peculiar, it's not going to be consistent, so I think we're going to lower this by about 2 or 3 blocks. Alright, placing down a torch, because I only want one this time in there, as I've got myself a name tag, you see, where I've been going around trying to fix stuff. The other one despawned, of course it would. This guy's going to be called the producer, because he's producing records, you know. And let's try and place you on the golden track. There we go, excellent, we're ready for another run. Why is that not powering the rail? That's very odd. Oh, I just got my name tag back. And the minecart I was using just disappeared. Are you still there? I think the server just had another inventory desync. This happens every now and then. Let's try that again. So, name tag you. You're the producer, very good. Put that on there. And off we go, right? No, wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. Look at that. It's time to celebrate. It doesn't always kill them. It's quite fascinating. A lot of them that fall down die straight away, so they must have drowned too much. The ones that haven't drowned a lot sometimes take 2 hits. I reckon drowning does far more damage than I actually thought about, but... Yes! Yes, look at that. I mean, we might actually have every record available already. Wow. Automatic. I can stand wherever I want. I don't have to be involved with this, but it happens anyway. What record shall we listen to as our victory record? Strad. I believe I like this one. Let's turn up the music here a little bit. Oh, it's already on 100%. Well, there you go. Victory music. What a crazy cool project, right? Automatic killing of the creepers with a skeleton. It'd be nice if more creepers were dropping down at the moment. I don't know where Zedaf is, or Tango was online as well a moment ago. I don't know where they are. Oh, and I've left this open. Hang on. But it means that not a lot of creepers are spawning at the moment, which is unfortunate. And I think I might wait a while and see if anything changes. So we may not have a lot of creepers spawning right now, but I ain't even bothered. Do you know why? Because I got these. These are all the records in the game, right? There's 11 in total to collect. And we just got all of them in about the space of 5 minutes once that skeleton started killing those creepers. Amazing stuff. But that's going to do it from me this episode of Hermitcraft today. If you've enjoyed it, leave a like. As always, thank you for your support. There ain't going to be a poll today. The last poll, though, seems that many of you think Mumbo's going to win this whole bet thing, and you know what? You're probably right. You are probably right. And also, I do just want to say, though, we did no aesthetic stuff this episode. It was all just that technical project. That's because I spent a lot of time recording the song at the beginning of the day, and I want to take the rest of the day off so I can clean my house and do other errands and jobs and stuff like that as well. So that's all you're going to get from me today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.